This truth broke in a triumph of fire, a victory was won for God and man. The deity reveals hidden face. The deity reveals his hidden face. We have seen in the dialogue with death in book 10, toward the end, Savitri and Yama, they are kind of arguing constantly. And Yama tells Savitri, because you are coming here in front of me, I assume a name, a face to meet you. I had taken a name and a face to meet you here, you see. The shadow being has assumed a name and I am here, you see. In other words, he is otherwise without name, without shape, without form. He is a void, being of void, you see. But I assumed I come out of it to meet you here in person like that, you see. Now, when in the course of that dialogue, in the course of their exchange of arguments, a point comes when Yama asks Savitri, but tell me who you are. You are talking something which is absolutely extraordinary. Tell me who you are. Is the Divine Mother standing behind you? Is she there with you? Is she there with you? And if she is there with you, show me her face to me. Show her face to me, you see. Reveal her to me, so that I will go and worship her. I will go and worship her. That is the kind of a transformation which had come. The deity revealed his hidden face behind that thing, you see, at that point, you see. And then Savitri suddenly undergoes a transformation, and during the rush of the divine person, divine Durga, in this physical Savitri standing in front of Yama, and she is a different person altogether. And then she says, I hail thee, O almighty death. Be still my instrument. That is what she says, you see, and goes on, you see, be still my instrument, you see. Reveal his hidden face. So at that time, she is revealing her hidden face. The deity reveals hidden face. The great World Mother, now in her arose. This is exactly the description which I got in the book of death, you see. Sorry, in the dialogue with death, you see. He has already brought it here in front, you see. The great World Mother, the divine Durga is there now in her. A living choice reversed, face cold, dead turn. Obviously, a living choice here now, a dynamic, powerful presence is here, going to work here. And that is going to change all the old laws, change completely. A living choice, reverse, face cold, dead turn. Everything is gone. Affirm the spirit straight on circumstance. Press back the senseless dire, a revolving wheel. Press back the wheel of doom. This is what we got. Earth and doom and love. The wheel of doom. Press back because of that thing. Press back the senseless dire revolving wheel and stopped the mute march of necessity. So he has already brought in this sentence what you are going to see in book 10, you see. The deity reveals hidden fame. The great World Mother now in her arose. So Savitri is no more that Savitri now. It is the divine Durga herself who is standing now there, a living joy. And then what happened? A flaming warrior. She is now a warrior. Durga is a warrior queen. She is a warrior queen. Bright, golden, beautiful, flaming, full of energy, full of strength and thrill. A flaming warrior from the eternal peace. Again from the eternal peace. You see, again you see, everything is happening from such a high source. From the eternal peace. Empowered to force the door, denied and closed. So the doors have been denied and closed so far. Smote from death's visage is dumb, absolute. On the face of death, death had put on a mask, he had assumed a form there. Now that mask has been removed completely by this flaming warrior. In other words, what this divine Durga has done, she has not killed Yama. She cannot kill Yama because Yama is an immortal. She can transform him into what he really is. What he really is, you see. Empowered to force the door, denied and closed, smote from death's visage, a dumb absolute, the void, the inconscience which he has used as a mask, it is that mask is totally removed away. Smote from death's visage is dumb, absolute, and by the bounds of consciousness and time. And by the bounds of consciousness and time. And burst the bounds of consciousness and time. Smote from death's visage a dumb, absolute, and by the bounds of consciousness and time. The new time has opened out. New consciousness has dawned, which has no bounds. It will keep on growing. Empowered to force the door denied and closed, smote from death's visage the dumb, absolute, and by the bounds of consciousness and time. What a line this one, you see. A flaming warrior from the eternal peace. So she is really coming from a very high source, from the eternal peace. Empowered to force. Empowered to force. She has now, who has empowered her? The Supreme Himself. It is with the sanction of the Supreme, with the sankalpa, in the will of the Supreme, that she is standing here on the battlefield, empowered by the Supreme Himself. Without that, she can't do anything at all. She needs this sanction, yes, of the Supreme. Empowered to force the door, denied and closed, smote from death's visage, the dumb absolute. Death's visage, the face of falsehood which is there on this creation, it is that falsehood which has gone away. It is death who is the cause of falsehood. Death who is the cause of falsehood. And when that death is removed, is no more on the scene, then obviously there is no support, there is no basis for falsehood to be there. Its base is knocked off, so it is no more existing at all, you see. It is that which has gone away. So when the falsehood is not there, then what remains? Only truth. Only truth. What remains then? Only Satyavan. And things start moving. Satyavan. The one who carries truth. Satyavan. It is he who carries on. So the moment Savitri comes to this point, then it is the reign of Satya which continues from that point onward. A flaming warrior from the eternal field, empowered to force the door denied and closed, smote from death's visage, is done absolute, and by the bounds of consciousness and time. Yeah, I like this line very much, and particularly this phrase, by the bounds. This B alliteration so quickly gives a kind of a thrust and force, and by the bounds of consciousness and time, you see.
But death knows has been created by the mother. He knows, no?
Pardon me?
Death is aware that the mother created
he is no more there now.
no,
That
but before, when
in other words, the face which he had adopted for a certain purpose in the creation, that part of his work is over, and now a new phase begins from that point onward. He is no more now that Supreme. Supreme who had taken the face of death for a certain purpose, with a certain logic. That is what we are seeing just now. See, although it looks to us terrible and all that thing, but behind the whole thing, there is a scheme. You see, that Godhead is there and he has his own logic, reasoning to do all that thing. That Godhead had put on the face of death to promote the possibility, the spirit in this creation in a certain manner up to a certain point. And when that is achieved, when that has been accomplished, then that role is over and he removes away that mask which he had put on for purpose. So he is now revealed to you in the true form of what Yama is, what death is. Actually, the tradition, Yama is the god of death, of law, as we will see here, a god of death, Yama. And he is said to be the son of Vivaswata. Vivaswata is one of the sons of Aditi herself. Vivaswata. Vivaswata is the son of Aditi herself. Vivaswata is the son, Aditya. He is one of the Aditya's son. And his son is Yama in this creation here. Now, it is that Yama now acquires his true Adityahood. What he is, the true son he is, that he becomes now. He had, see, it's a very difficult job to even consent to do something of this kind of a thing, but Yama took it upon him for a certain purpose, to promote things, promote possibilities. He accepted that condition, you see. He took upon himself the burden of the whole process to carry out certain things in that manner, you see. But now that job is over. In the Rigveda, there is a very beautiful sloka, very descriptive, very powerful also. It says that along with gods, other gods, Yama is sitting under a tree called Supalasha tree, the flame of the forest. Supalasha is the name of the flame of the forest. And the mother significance of that tree is the beginning of supramental realization. Yeah, the beginning of supramental, those golden orange leaves like that, like a boat, yeah. Under that tree, Yama, along with other gods, is drinking the nectar of immortality. That's the image. He is having a drink with other gods of Amrita, of immortality. So, there is a very great divine aspect in Yama. But when he has taken the position in the inconscience, he looks to you totally different. But now he did not remain that, because the purpose of inconscience is over. And therefore, he is now really enjoying the rasa, the delight, the drink, the soma of immortality, this Yama, you see. And of course, he is doing it with the gods. He wants us also to join him. I hope we'll prepare ourselves to join him. You see, he wants us to join him. Supalasha tree, the beginning of supramental realization. So the mother sees already in that act of Yama the beginning of supramental realization. See, these are the hints of the Vedic cycle, the unfinished story which is there in the Vedic cycle, that Yama is drinking the drink of immortality under this tree, is the unfinished story of this creation. And Savitri has to continue to write a story and bring it to a completion, you see, unfinished story, you see. That is what she is doing here. And therefore, she is now ready because the divine flaming goddess is in her, and there is the bursting of the bounds of consciousness and time.
Yama should actually invite the Divine Mother, please transform me, please, I don't want to play this role anymore, I want to become again what I...
Well, this is a picture, this is a poetic way of saying, he is not describing. I think we have to really sit down and write a good novel on the basis of this. In the modern language, in the modern style, you see. These are kind of hints suggested here, but they are very pregnant hints, very powerful hints, you see. Very powerful hints. We had to write a story, Savitri story, we had to start writing. Of course, she has already written partly here, you see, partly here.